What we are seeing the most of right now is an upper respiratory infection, and maybe not necessarily infections, but when students are getting checked out by their doctors, it's more of a virus. And we've also heard of some pneumonia cases, which is concerning. We're not hearing about COVID so much anymore, but it's still, COVID is still a thing, but more presenting as a sore throat, headache. Strep has been on the uptick lately too, so that's what we're being notified of. So we do see students coming into school who are ill, more likely in this age group because you guys have so much going on and you don't want to miss out on work. And that seems to be the biggest reason. We encourage students to stay home when they're feeling sick, but I certainly understand. I'm a mom of teenagers too. When you have work, you don't want to get behind, and sometimes that can make you feel worse too if you're far behind. But we definitely recommend just taking a day or two or three of rest when you're not feeling well and you're sick. By taking good care of yourselves, trying to get at least 8 hours of sleep a night, which I know is very hard for you teenagers. Drinking a lot of water, eating well, and just paying attention to how you're feeling, and when you're tired, pay attention to that, get some rest, and don't overdo it. Don't burn the candle at both ends, as they say. Going to your doctor if your symptoms are persistent for more than 24 to 48 hours, depending on what you're dealing with. Again, getting good sleeps, eating well, drinking fluids, taking care of yourself, and just communicating with your parents so you guys do what's best for your health. So you can be contagious to others when you come to school sick, especially if you have a cough. As you guys know, it's flu season, so the flu is you can get the flu if somebody's coughing, not covering their cough, droplets are in the air. And if you come to school and you're sick, it also puts you at risk for not getting better. If you have a fever, somebody else is sick around you, you can pick up whatever they have because you're getting their infection when your immune system is not 100%. Encouraging them to stay home and support them and offer them, comforts of home, taking them to the doctor, encouraging them to go to the doctor, and just being a support for them while they're sick.
Thank you. So managing anxiety when you feel like you're falling behind is really hard, and I struggle with this as well. I think it's important to use self-talk strategies and tell yourself you're doing your best, you can't be doing any more in this moment, and just to try to breathe, make a solid plan. Next, I would communicate with everyone that I need to get work to. And then I would make a very clearly prioritized to-do list. If the last thing I would do is if there's anything I can take off my plate in the meantime until I'm caught up, I would make sure to take off something off my plate and schedule it for later on.
What message?
Okay, so I think maintaining solid attendance and being reliable in advance is really important, so that when you're out, you already have the reputation and trust from your teacher of being reliable and responsible. And sometimes we miss things for unimportant reasons, and the more we do that, then when an important reason comes up, it's hard for teachers to know whether this was an important reason to miss it or not. But I think at the same time, we have to follow guidance on not coming to school while contagious. So as much as you can rest, take care of yourself, get yourself healthy again, and follow the guidelines on that. Communicate as much as you can during that time with your teachers and your school counselor, because communication is going to be key. So email your teachers as soon as you know you're going to be missing something, and then offer to make a plan with them to catch up. You can offer to come in before school, offer to come in after school, thank your teacher for doing things with you outside of class time. It's also good to see if you have a mutual free period with your teacher when you are feeling better. And again, taking something off your plate that you don't have to do right away is really important so that you can get caught up. I would say check your Schoology, check your emails, check your Power School, and make a prioritized to-do list. What is the most important thing? What is worth the most amount of points? Talking with your teacher about what do I need to give to you first? Could I have a couple more days to work on this? And again, communication is key, because if you've got, you know, 2 papers and a test all on the same day, just communicate with your counselor, your teacher, so that we can help you through the process. Teachers are always available for extra help. Going to your school counselor, even to just keep them in the loop about what's going on so that they can help advocate for you and help make a plan with you. Utilizing your free periods and seeing if you have mutual free periods with teachers. But there's also the writing center, there's drop-in math center. It's very important to go see your school counselor, because then you'll get more strategies to help you get caught up. Sometimes we might need to feel like we have permission to take a break, because this is a high stress environment. And sometimes when we're not feeling good, we're not thinking straight, we're feeling anxious, and we're not at our best self. So we don't know whether to push through or not. So I think sometimes talking it through with someone and just saying, like, I'm really tired, I can't keep my eyes open, I have a fever. Sometimes somebody else could say, hey, you need to take a break, take care of yourself, it'll be okay. So I think just reminding each other that our physical health and our mental health are number one. We all just need to look out for each other and remind each other to take care of ourselves.